Y'all get in here, man. Y'all get up in here real quick, man. We got to talk about this one, bro. I don't know if this is true. All I know is I've been seeing a lot of news circulating about Ciara, Russell Wilson, my boy Future, a rap legend, and a whole lot of sucker BS going on. Um, I usually mind my business, bro. I don't usually like speak on certain situations, but this one is just a little bit too close to home for me because I've experienced being a stepdad. You know what I'm saying? I'm not here to really address the comments right now, so y'all can say what y'all feel on this topic, but just as a man and knowing what legacy is and the weight that our names hold, you know what I'm saying? Um, First and foremost, man, I want to talk to Russell Wilson. In this situation, again, nobody wants to diminish you being a father, a stepfather, or none of that, because I know the hard work that goes into being a stepfather. I know what it means to really love a kid that does not share the same DNA as you, because it's not about that. It's just about how you love. It's big, how big your heart is, and the responsibility that you took on. So, I would never diminish a stepfather's role. I honestly feel like stepfathers need to have way more praise. You know, Stepfathers need way more respect for what they do and what they bring to the table, because it takes a lot for a man to love another man's kids unconditionally. To love another man's kids as if they're your DNA. It takes a great man, a man with a huge heart, to do that. So I commend you for that, Russell Westbrook. And I know a lot of people go laugh, and I know I do comedy and all that, but this is a serious, and I didn't mean Russell Westbrook. So y'all could take that clip out. That was a mess up. This is live, so I can't edit that out. So Russell Wilson, my bad. Russell Wilson, shout out to you for being a stand-up man. First and foremost, being a father to somebody else's kids already is a definite. You need a reward for that. Any man who steps up and fathers somebody else's children, and they really put the hard work in, you need an award. But unfortunately, in this world, we do not get greatest stepfather awards. Now let's get into this, man. Like with this whole last name thing, we're all born and we have names, man. Like I'm gonna inject myself in this situation, man. I have two kids, obviously. One of my kids have my last name. Now my last name, y'all know my name is Robert Hampton. Um, my youngest daughter has my last name, Amora Hampton. Now my oldest daughter has her mother's last name, which is she's a Watkins. I wasn't tripping over that. My daughter was born, me and her were not together. And at the time I was young, so I really didn't know much about, how I felt about names holding weight, because I never had a chance to like plan my children or nothing like that. So because I never got a chance to plan to be in a situation where, I'm ready to be a father right now, the last name thing was not something that I really cared about or thought about. So when my first baby mom, she actually asked me, she said, "Do you want me to give your daughter your last name?" And I'm like, "I don't really matter. I don't really care about that. You can give her your last name." Again, we was not together. Paternity test had not been done at the time neither. So, I really didn't know for sure. It wasn't something that I didn't plan anything. So I didn't do that. Like I said, "Nah, go ahead. Just give her your last name," because at the end of the day, you are her mom. So you never been married. You are her mom, so she still gets her family's last name, regardless if it's my last name or not. That's how I was looking at it. So, my oldest daughter has her mom's last name. But then as I was 25 when I had my first kid. Still, that's a grown man, but I still was young and not really knowing about legacy and all of that as much. And I'll take it back further. Like, even with my mom, my mother was married when I was born. So I took on her last name, which is Hampton. I was a kid at the time. So before I got old enough to know, like, my actual biological father is a Jackson. Shout out to all the Jacksons around the world. 50 Cent, Michael Jackson, Janet Jackson, Tito Jackson, all my celebrity cousins out there, man. Shout out to all of y'all Jacksons, man. And obviously my real Jackson family, you know who you are. I had to touch on the celebs. But pause. I had to touch on the celebs. Pause. Janet Jackson. Shout out to Janet Jackson. Let me go ahead and leave that one there since I had to put the pause out there. But it sounds crazy if I'm over here talking about touching on 50 and Michael Jackson. So that's why I got to go straight to Janet Jackson. I love you, cuz. But anyway, that's the Jackson family. I'm a Jackson. My dad is a Jackson. A lot of my family is Jacksons, and a lot of my family is also Wesley because my mother's maiden name was Wesley. And again, she was married when I was born, separated for a while and all that. I didn't know everything about what was going on as a kid, but now that I know, like, I actually thought about going and getting my name changed to Jackson because I know that's my dad's, that's the bloodline, Jackson. So, all right, let's get to this. As men, man, we are here. Once we get to a level of education and know what legacy is and what our blood name is able to put out there, you dig what I'm saying? So with the whole Russell Wilson situation, he's a football player. Everybody, we know this. Future is a rapper. Ciara, we know who Ciara is. She's a singer. She has a baby by Future. Everything is known globally about that. So with Future's son, allegedly, now I don't know if this is true. I just know that this is what's been the narrative on the internet and a lot of people have been speaking on it. Now, if Ciara, this is to you, Ciara, baby. If you really went out and changed your son's name to Wilson, I just want to say this to you, man. Maybe you wasn't informed about legacy, and obviously, clearly, his blood is Future's blood. So you should have definitely kept him with that name. I mean, Future is successful in his own right as a rapper and all of that as well, just as well as Russell Wilson is successful in his own right. So his legacy should definitely be, he should still be holding that Future jersey. You dig what I'm saying? That's his last name. And Future is still a father to his kid. Like, I see that Future is still in his kid's life. I understand you moved on and got married and all of that. But I mean, again, you're a grown woman. You can do what you want to. You got enough people in your business and making videos and, even talking disrespectful to Russell Wilson and you both, you know what I'm saying? You got people talking disrespectful to all of y'all. People's opinions are very heavy out here, man. People say anything. I would not do that. I would just say, far as a legacy standpoint, you don't even know if your son would even want his name to be changed. Like, he's not old enough to know if he want his name changed to another man's name. He has no clue until he's older. So to make that decision without the kid being old enough to know if that's what they want, to me, is crazy as well. Like, you gotta give kids a chance to know that could be something that he could grow up and be mad about in the future, that he does not have his dad's actual real name. And again, once he's grown, he can go back and change it back if he chooses to. But me as a father and who has been a stepfather before, I would never want a woman to change her kid's name to my last name. I don't care if she even asked me. If a woman could ask me to adopt or anything, I'm gonna say no to that because that's not my kids. My DNA, that's not my DNA. If the biological father is still alive, I will not adopt and I will never let them have my last name. Now, if you get in a situation with a woman and you're raising kids that's not yours, and the father is the father is deceased, that's a different thing. But if both fathers are still alive, no one should be going out and changing the last name to another man who does not have the same DNA as the children. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not coming on here to bash nobody, but legacy is very important. And a lot of y'all, women and men, y'all have to know. Now, I seen some things where Future said Future did like a funny video out there saying he didn't care. He was like, I ain't going back and forth with you. He was using that song. That's what Future did. And if that's how Future feels in reality, then that's just how Future feels in reality. Future does rap music. He's in the hip hop culture, so his mindset is probably not thinking more along the lines of legacy in the sense of last name and stuff like that. And again, even if he is bothered by it, he may come to the internet and pretend to not be bothered by it. You know, you don't want to give somebody that type of power over you. Maybe internally it could be something bothering him. You know, I'd be lying if I said that wouldn't be something that would get to me. Would I crash out on the internet behind it? Nah. So Future's doing the right thing by not crashing out, by not getting emotional over something that he can't control, because clearly he can't control that. So I've always said too many times, man, we have to stop letting things that we cannot control offset the way we move as people. You know what I'm saying? Let people trick us out of our character. So at the end of the day, Future's response was a little over the top. As a man, would I care? Yes. Would I bring it to social media and act out about it, pout about it? Nah, because it's out of my control. But legacy is important. So for you guys that don't know how important legacy is, y'all need to do more research on how important legacy is, bloodline and all of that, and what you're building for your future, which is why you shouldn't want nobody to destroy your legacy in any type of way. You know, your children's future. You want to be out here to break these generational curses and all type of stuff. So let me see. I'm going to the comments, man. Like, this live was just to come on here and discuss that. I ain't on here to really. I ain't been live on YouTube in a little minute, so I felt like let me get back in the algorithm. Let me see what my people talking about, man. How y'all feeling though? For the first most, let's get to this part. How you guys feeling, and what do y'all feel about what I said so far? Because it seems like it's a lot of random people in this live, because, you know, the live stream, you can just swipe up, and people who do not follow you. For the new people in, hit the follow button. Some of y'all probably don't even know who Ciara is, Future is, Russell Wilson. Some of y'all might not even know who I am. Like, that's just how the algorithm works. It's a lot of people in the world, and it's a lot of people in the world that do know me, and it's also a lot of people in the world that don't know me. So I'm not really tripping over maybe comments that's coming in here. And y'all, when y'all do this, just delete the comments. Don't block anybody. I don't want nobody blocked. I just want them, just delete their comments. If y'all feel like it's something negative, just delete their comments. I don't want nobody blocked. Like, anybody saying something negative, like, I don't have no response for them. I don't feel no way about what they saying, bro. It's nothing. Like, I'm really like word proof. You know when they said sticks and stones can break bones, but words will never hurt me. I'm one of them guys that words do not hurt me, man. Like, I don't care about somebody coming in my chat saying something negative that don't know me at all. You dig what I'm saying? Like, let them say what they say. They might really feel that way, and that's cool. I might be a nobody to some of these people. You dig what I'm saying? They might not know me at all, and that's fine. You feel me? That's why I don't get upset over words being said from people that I don't know, because technically they are nobodies to me. If they're saying anything that's negative to me, they're nobodies to me. So I will never be offended by a comment from a nobody. You dig what I'm saying? You got to understand that. I don't know them. And if I did know them, if they had something negative to say about me, I would feel the same exact way regardless. I see somebody coming in and said Tupac. Oh, y'all must be comparing me to Pop because of this bandana. That's crazy. You said Future was not a good father. You don't know that, LaShonda. You can't really say if someone is a good father based off what somebody might have said on the internet. Because from what I see, he's a great father. I see him with his kid all the time. You know what I'm saying? Judging by the photos, and I see the way the kid is smiling and happy with his dad, I would definitely have to say he's a good dad. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure he buys that kid everything that the kid ever wants. I'm pretty sure he's a good dad. Like, you can't base it off. Some of y'all based a good dad off if they're no longer with the mother no more. Y'all assume that they're not good dads. Or if they was with the dad, if they was once with the woman and they cheated on the woman with another woman, y'all assume that that's not a good dad. No, A good dad means you treat your kids correctly, you take care of your kids, you clothe your kids, you spend time with your kids. It has nothing to do with the relationship with the mother. And a lot of y'all assume that a person is a bad father because of the relationship with the mother, and that we got to stop thinking that way, because that's not true. It's a lot of men out here who love their daughters and their sons more than anything in the world, and they no longer love the mother that birthed the kids. They don't want to have a relationship with the mother at all, but they love their kids and they want to be with their kids and around their kids. So I've been noticing this dynamic a lot, because a person does not want to be with the mother of the child. That has nothing to do with how they love their kids, though, people. We got to stop that. Same thing with women out here. You can't say that a woman is a bad mother just because she no longer wants to be with the father anymore. What makes a man or a woman a bad parent is them not treating the kid right. Them not doing what they're supposed to do for the kids. Them talking bad about the other parent to the child. That's what makes them a bad parent. Not being with the baby mama or the baby daddy has nothing to do with a parent, bro. People. We got to learn the difference. Just because a husband and a wife don't stay together forever does not mean that they're not good parents. It just means that they're not together anymore. They can still be good to their kids separately. Somebody said not a father being there for a child, or a mother bad parenting. Right, if a mother is not there for her child, that could be classified as a bad mother. If a man is not there for his child, that could be classified as a bad father. You know, we can't say people are bad fathers or bad mothers just because it didn't work out with the person they had the kid with. People should be able to go their own separate ways and still be good parents. Shouldn't be no boundary. Shouldn't be nobody holding kids away from the other parent. None of that. Future is better. He was mad because she left him to be with a real man. I don't think so, LaShonda Jackson. You saying that Future is mad because she left him to be with a real man? I don't think so. Wasn't Future with a lot of women? From the way I was seeing the blogs and stuff for over the years, and I'm not that invested in people's relationships, but from what I seen, Future was getting, he had a bunch of women. So I don't know if Ciara gave up on him. She might did, but I think he probably left first if he was the one having all these girlfriends. You know what I'm saying? I don't think he got mad because they broke up. I mean, clearly he had a bunch of women. He had a bunch of women in his Rolodex. He's a famous rapper. Like, he has a lot of women throwing it at him. So, you know, a lot of women willing to do whatever it is that he wants them to do. So I don't think that I don't think she left him and caused them to be bitter or mad. I can't see that. But to each his own, I guess it can happen. If that's what you've witnessed, you could be right. I don't know. I don't keep up with all of the celebrity gossip and who broke up with who left who. I don't care. Like, things like that I don't care about. It's how you respond after that relationship, to me. You dig what I'm saying? The way you treat people after that would be what I would talk about. You dig? I'm driving right now, so I'm a little thrown off with the way I'm responding. Give me a sec. I got to make sure I get parked in here right. Trying to charge up my vehicle. But some of y'all be super invested. Y'all probably can tell me what date. Now that we here, let me know in the comments. What's the date they broke up? And for y'all that got the answer to that, and don't get mad at me for saying that. I do feel like that's too invested. If y'all can tell me the date that they broke up, that tells me that y'all are a little bit too invested. Give me a second. I'll be right back. I'm going to keep it a buck. I don't care who broke up with who. I don't care what the date was. None of that shit matters to me. This whole discussion is just about changing your kid's name to another man's name is definitely out of bounds. That's not right. Somebody said he was crazy about Ciara. He really loved that girl, but he was well, see, if you really feel like he was really a HOE and you really feel like he had a bunch of women, do you think that men who have a bunch of women still, they love the girl still? I mean, I think it is possible. It's possible for a man to love a woman and still cheat, and I guess it's possible for a woman to love a man and still cheat. So if he kept doing it, do you equivalate that to he loved her? Somebody said, what is wrong with my hair? Shit, it just growed. That's all it did. It just growed. My hair just growed. That's it, babe. Let me see. We have that right. But what would be the reason to change your kid's last name to another man's last name? So you said you have that right, but what would be the reason to do that? If it's not that man's DNA, if he's not the man who had the kid with you, what would be the reason to put your kid's last name as that man's last name? It still will not change the DNA. The kid is still the man that you actually laid down and had sex with, and he's the kid, he's the father. So what would be the reason to change a kid's name to another man's last name? If the man is still alive too, like if the actual father is still alive and breathing, what would make that? It wouldn't make any sense. Somebody said no reason behind that. I'm saddened by that. It looked like it's curled like a pixie cut. Oh, that's what's up, man. I have no clue what a pixie cut is, but I'm glad that you like my hair. Just either way, as long as you like my hair, it's cool. Even if you don't like my hair, that's all right too. I ain't tripping. I like it, so I don't really, it's like, I ain't really worried about somebody that might not like my hairstyle or the way I dress or how I hold my lips when I eat my food or the way my eyes look. I don't really be concerned. If a person don't like it, that's cool. It's cool. You ain't got to like everything about me. Let me see. The son asked for his last name to be changed, so y'all need to, can you provide a video showing that his son asked? Because, see, we got to stop doing that, too. Like, people are wrong with a narrative. Anything you heard or anything that somebody put on the internet, you will just automatically believe it. If you can show me a video of his son saying, change my last name to Wilson, then, I'll believe that. And I still could think that could be manipulated, because what kid at that age is going to say, change my last name to this guy's last name? What kid would do that? What kid would even know that that's something to do? That's not even something that a kid would even think about doing. So we know better than that. It doesn't matter who raised who. That raising somebody does not mean change the last name. It's still not your DNA. Now you get commended as being a stepfather. That means you're a good man. Again, I've been a stepfather before. I've raised several children that wasn't mine throughout my life. Like, I treat kids, if I'm with a woman and she has kids, if kids is in the deal, I treat the kids as my own. I've always been that way. So I know what it takes. You have to have a huge heart to raise another man's kids. But I would never want those kids to have my last name. Why? Because they're not my children. They're not my DNA. You feel what I'm saying? So I would not, I've been asked that before in my life before. I've been asked that, and I said, no, I won't do that. I would not allow someone to put my last name on children that I did not birth. If it's not my DNA, I'm cool with being a stepfather. I've been that. I'ma still love a kid just like my own, but I don't want them to have my last name unless that's actually my DNA. Hey, man, y'all be too trigger happy, man. Move back. Let these people get parked in. I be sitting here at the charge station, man, and they be doing the most. A lot of children, especially if his siblings have Wilson, it doesn't matter if his siblings have Wilson as their last name. People got to be adults enough to be able to tell the kids what's going on when they get older. So this is what some women are doing based off some of these comments. Women are changing the other kids' names to fit the husband's last name so you can make the kids feel as if they all have the same exact, like, dad. That don't make sense. Like, we got to stop doing stuff like that, bro. It is what it is. Some kids got different last names because some kids got different daddies. It's just what it is. If you wasn't able to marry the first man you had a kid with, Don't go out changing the last name to fit some type of narrative and have your kids confused. Hey, how you doing? It's crazy that these people act like they don't know that it's a Tesla charge station right here. Like when you was pulling out, he all up on your ass. Like I'm like, it's crazy, man. But y'all gotta stop thinking that, bro, for real. Like, that ain't cool. Like, y'all be doing that shit, and y'all manipulating your own children when y'all do that. Then your children get older, and they find out the truth because they kids, they don't really know. They don't know about DNA. They don't know who their real daddy is in that moment. They just know that two active parents have been there. It's our duty as parents to let them know, hey, listen, kiddo, I love you. I just want to let you know. I mean, clearly he know who his dad is. It's a lot of people saying Future doesn't care. I mean, even if Future doesn't care, does it make it right is what I'm asking you. Future told y'all that it didn't matter to him, and y'all believed it just because he said that? Just because Future made his subliminal joke, y'all think that he doesn't care? That's his son. That's his actual DNA. He laid down with that woman. He did this to the woman and had the kid. Why would you give the last name? That's like Russell Wilson is an athlete. That's like him going and winning the MVP award, right? And giving it to another man because let's say Russell Wilson won the MVP award because he had 6 touchdowns and he got pushed into the end zone by another man. 6 touchdowns. Every touchdown he got pushed into the end zone by him. That's like Russell Wilson giving his MVP award to the person who pushed him into the end zone. Like, nigga, what? Make that make sense, bro. Would he ever do that? No. No, he wouldn't do that, bro. Stop. We talking about we talking about DNA, man. We talking about another person's seed. We're talking about another person's bloodline. You look like Tupac. Oh, man, here come the trollers. Here come the trollers in the chat. Say he got 5 more sons his ass need to be worried about. Yeah, and they all should have his last name. That's his DNA. If the woman gave him his last name because it's his DNA, they should all have his last name. It doesn't matter if he has 20 baby mamas. His kids are his kids. That's his DNA. It's nobody else's kid. It's his kids. Come on, women, man. I don't know what do we got to do with some of y'all women, man? I love y'all to death, but it's like y'all don't be thinking clear. So you telling me that if men birth babies, if the baby came out of our stomachs and we get with the new chick and we change the last name to the new chick's last name, y'all would be okay? Stop it, bro. Y'all, this double standard thing. Y'all don't even want y'all kid around a new woman. Y'all don't even want another woman to do y'all's kids' hair. But it's okay for us to change the last name? Stop it, bro. Y'all got to stop doing it. Y'all like to make situations only be right for y'all. Y'all so emotional that y'all emotionally invested only when it's about y'all, though. If it's something that's hurting a man, y'all don't have no emotions toward it. But a man is supposed to just be cool with everything. Oh, yeah, it's okay. Yeah, change my kid's last name to another person's last name. Yeah, just do that. Like, come on, bro. Like, y'all sound crazy. Even if he was absent, that's still his DNA. It's nothing y'all gonna be able to come in this chat and say to me right now. Even if the father was absent, we know Future was not absent in his kid's life. It's too much documented proof that he hasn't been absent. It's too much documented proof online that shows that Future has been a father to his kid. So even if he wasn't, let's just say Future just up and just, boom, got a DNA test, found out it was his, and he just kicked rocks. That's still his kid. That's still his DNA. You still shouldn't tag it with somebody else's last name, regardless of who raised who. Again, I've raised other people's kids. I don't want them to have my last name because they're not my DNA. Like, clearly, like, I'm gonna take pride in my own DNA. I don't want somebody else's kid that's not mine to have my last name. It's not my DNA. I didn't lay down and have fun with the woman. Why would that? I don't know. Some of y'all sound crazy. Yeah, love, joy, pride. You definitely are slow. You need to catch up. For one, you're not a man, so you would never understand. But you are, as a woman, I'm gonna ask you this: Can your baby daddy change your kid name to your baby mom, to his girlfriend's last name? Yes or no? To the women that's saying it's okay, is it okay for a man to take your seed and give it the last name of the new woman that he's dealing with? Yes or no? I don't care. That's cool. My name has been this since I was born, since I was first born. I was born into the last name Hampton. Doesn't matter if it's not my actual biological father's name. It didn't happen afterwards. My mom didn't just get with somebody and say, you know what, I'm going to give you this guy's last name. That was her last name when I was born. The name that I had was my mom's last name when I was actually born. Now, if my name would have been something else whenever I was born, my mom wouldn't have went out and changed it to somebody else's name. Like, come on, man. Think about it. Y'all not thinking. I gave y'all the story so y'all could just understand, because some of y'all still don't know legacy and all of that. It's up to me if I want to go change my name. I'm a grown ass man. I can go change it right now in my early 40s right now. I'm over 40 years old right now. If I wanted to go change my last name to Jackson, I could do that. But I've been Hampton my entire life. I was born with my last name is Hampton. So just really wouldn't make much sense, I guess. You dig what I'm saying? Really wouldn't make much sense. I have 2 kids I'm not having anymore, so really wouldn't make much sense. Listen, I don't care if this is DNA. Don't matter if you're a present father. Being a present father is enough. Them having your last name, what you want a MVP award for your last name now? Do somebody owe you that now because you took care of somebody else's kids? Again, I do feel like stepfathers are underappreciated, but I don't think it warrants putting the last name tag on the kids. I don't think just because you did that, they deserve to have your last name. It still does not change the DNA. You can continue to be a father out the kindness of your heart, because that's what men do. When men step up and father other people's kids, that's a really great man. And again, I see those men get downplayed. If they break up, all that praise is out the window. If Russell Wilson and Ciara break up, all of that praise is out the window. Them ain't his kids. She's free to do whatever she wants to with the kids that's not his. He won't even be able to have a connection no more, you know, depending on how it ends. And a lot of women, whenever the relationship is over with, they're so angry that they'll keep their father, the stepfather, or whoever away from even the kids that they raise. So we got to stop making this thing only a good situation for you guys. This is 2 people, and men and women are both have emotions involved when it comes to children. It's a man and a woman thing. You can't just up and say, no, a person can't be involved in their children's life no more and think it's okay and cool. That's not how it works. But women, y'all feel like y'all hold the keys to that. That's not cool. I see this happen all the time. Somebody saying, please shout my name out. Send some super stickers and I'll shout your name out. We got to have some questions pertaining to what I'm talking about in the live too. Like, any questions outside of topic is not going to be answered, bro. I got to teach y'all guys how to know how to. Some of y'all don't even know how to sit down and listen, bro. I don't know how y'all even have conversations. Ain't no way y'all can have conversations at home. It hurts the children. Absolutely, it does. It hurts the children. When kids get old enough to know what's going on, that could be an issue. Questions about food and stuff like that will not be responded to. There's somebody in here cussing in the chat. Yo, did you eat last night or this morning? Did somebody do something to you? I seen somebody really said something disrespectful. It's like, wow, you are really hurting in your feelings. Do not block nobody, guys. To my mods, don't block nobody. Just delete the comment. If it's disrespectful, any cussing or something like that, delete the comment. I don't want that vibration in my chat. You know what I'm saying? It's cool. People are gonna disagree, but I don't want the cussing in my chat, bro. I don't need that. I'm a positivity over everything type of brother. Now, see, I see one says, so if a woman is assaulted and ends up pregnant, is she supposed to give the child the attacker's last name? Nah, I mean, I would say the best decision to make if someone's attacked, raped, or something like that, and forced, basically impregnated by that, I feel like, because there's so many different ways to to not have the baby. They got plan Bs, they got abortions, they got so many different things. Me personally, I would say definitely do a plan B. If that happens, go get a plan B right away. Pop some plan Bs to make sure that situation does not even be able to bring life to it. You know what I'm saying? So when people start talking about making somebody have a last name and they was assaulted through a sexual encounter, grape, if anything has got that attached, a woman should definitely go get a plan B, because you should not want to have a child that was put into you and you were not a willing participant. You dig what I'm saying? So yeah, I would say yes, definitely plan Bs. Plan Bs have been here for a long time. So no, definitely just go get a plan B for that situation. There's going to be a lot of trauma to carry out that situation. And my prayers out to people who have gone through that, because grape is not right. And no matter how you paint it, no matter how you look at it, it's wrong. It's not my experience, Ralphie. That's never happened to me. So like, that's not my experience. I'm speaking in general. I'm a very logical. I think a lot of times you got some people who are not logical. We have to be logical. If I could make a baby like the way women make baby, if someone forced themselves on me and had me, and as a man, if men could get pregnant and that happened to me, I'm taking a plan B. I'm not having no baby with somebody who forced me into a sexual act. I am most definitely getting rid of it. I'm having a plan. I'm doing plan B. That's a reminder of what somebody did to me. That would be a reminder of what somebody did to me. I'm straight up aborting. I'm straight up taking a plan B. This would be a reminder. I have to think about this painful situation for the rest of my life, which would be trauma. So most definitely plan B and on out, man. And that's what plan Bs are made for. Some people slip up, and even when it's you're planning to have sex with somebody, sometimes it's planned, but you know you're having sex with someone that will not be a good mother or a good father. That's what plan Bs are for. It's for reckless behavior. That's why they made them. Nah, I can't be nobody's plug, man. You said, what if she don't have the money to afford a plan B? If you don't have the money to afford a plan B, you shouldn't be fucking. You shouldn't be out here having sex if you don't have money to afford a plan B, because you definitely can't afford a plan baby. If you can't afford to buy a plan B, you cannot afford to have a kid. You know how much it costs? $50. Okay, if you can't afford to pay $50 for a plan B, you should not be having sex. Because first of all, you skipped over a plan C, which is a condom. Condom don't cost much. Yolanda Tucker, she just now posted a picture of us in the comments. Salute to Yolanda. She let us know she's a clown. She just posted her clown faces down there. She posted 4 of them too. She must got 4 personalities. My girlfriend broke up with me on Friday. Yeah, I ain't even gonna finish that one out because that was definitely one of those troll comments. I'm trying to get through some of these comments, bro. I'm trying to test y'all intelligence. Shout out to Terry Dow, man. Appreciate you for being a member to my channel. Shadow Mars Media, absolutely. Zozu, do you have a girlfriend? Why would you be asking me, do I have a girlfriend, bro? Like, I only date girls. Your name sound like you might be a guy. Like, I don't know why you would even want to know that. It's nobody's business if I have a girlfriend or not. Like, that's nobody's business. Like, I don't even know why people ask personal shit. Why do you care? Why do people care if someone has girlfriends or boyfriends? Like, just go to people's chats. You ain't gonna catch me on a woman chat talking about, are you single? Do you got a boyfriend? Do you got a girl? Man, I don't care. You a content creator. You on here to entertain me. Like, that ain't got shit to do with nothing. You dig what I'm saying? I damn sure ain't about to date none of y'all in my comments, so why would it matter if I'm in a relationship or not? It don't make sense. I don't know. They like people love to be in people's personal business on the internet, man. I never understood why people so invested in people's personal business. Here's the thing: I do not care if you single. None of that shit. If I don't see no ring on your finger, you is single. I ain't even gonna ask you none of that. If I'm trying to shoot my shot, I'm gonna just shoot my shot. And when it comes to women, I only deal with women. Clearly, no debating. So, dudes, don't waste your shot over here, because you're going to definitely lose every time over here. That's going to be an uphill battle with a million bricks attached to your shoulders while you're trying to get up the hill. You ain't never going to get up the hill. I love women, and that's it. It's never going to be different. It's only women. If I was born a woman, I'd be a lesbian. I'm telling you right now. So some of you dudes would be scared and mad too, because I'd take your woman if I was a woman. If I was born a woman, I'd be a lesbian. That's how much I love women. I like your hair texture. Thank you so much. Ladies, y'all got to go out and try some of this, man. I don't know if y'all use this. It's called Vaseline Lip Therapy. It's actually better than some chapsticks, in my opinion. That's why y'all keep seeing me going. One thing about talking as a streamer, when you talk a lot, your lips be dry. Y'all ever see people like Bootsy and them when they be on live talking? Lips be like white all down through there and all that. My day is going good, Lisa. Thanks for asking. Rafi said, Plan B is not cheap. Well, that's why I say you got to take the condom route, ladies. Gentlemen, protect yourself. You got to protect yourself, man. Can't be out here just shooting the club up and making babies out here. You dig what I'm saying? To the fellas out there, even if a woman says she on the pill or on birth control, make sure you strap up or pull out still, because sometimes they be lying about that shit. Sometimes they say they taking pills or they on the shot and all that, and they be lying. So you still got to make sure you protect yourself too. Can't just leave it up to the woman. Can't leave it up to the woman to tell you the truth. Hey, Rafi, anytime you have sex, no matter the age, bro, once you're to the age of you can have kids, when females have a period, that's when they know that they can have children. So any sexual acts, take a plan B behind it. You dig what I'm saying? If you're not ready to become a parent yet, if you know you're not capable or in position to be a parent, definitely that's what plan Bs were made for. Plan Bs are made for just in case ejaculation has happened. I don't know how old some of y'all is, man. I be feeling like I'm teaching sex education. Yep, you definitely should man up and woman up and pay for your child once your child is here. Absolutely. But if you know you can't, before a baby is formed, use your plan B. Some of these comments sound like they coming from 5-year-olds, man. How y'all even get in here? You can't be over the age of 18 with some of the comments that I see some of your guys put. Ralphie, you gotta be about 10 years old, bro. You can take it within 24 hours of sex. That's how plan Bs work. Within 24 hours, homie. You better figure out how to go find that 50. That's all I'm gonna say to you. Better figure out how to find that damn 50. Got 24 hours to find it. I think it's 24 hours anyway. 72, oh, well, damn, 72 is even longer. So if 72 hours, that's even longer, bro. 72 hours to come up with $50. Somebody say, yo, OG gangster. What up, homie? You see anybody take anything out of context in my video, make sure you tell them to come look at the full video. Because you know how people live. They'll take certain parts and clip it and make it seem like, oh, he was talking about this. He was talking about that. He was talking about... Shh, nigga, get out of here with that weirdo shit. What do you do for work? Rapper, singer, actor, author, content creator, streamer. Google my name, Latruth. Everything will pop up. For the newcomers in here that might not know who I am, Google Latruth, get to know me. Chat GPT Latruth, get to know me. Appreciate the love, man. I'm glad you like the chain. Something light, ain't nothing too crazy. Little light diamonds, ain't nothing in there. Ain't nothing too crazy. Little 20 piece, something simple. I don't know who that is. Some of y'all naming names, I don't know who they are. You said you from LA. I'm not from LA. I'm from North Carolina. LA means the in Spanish, the truth. The truth means the truth. And the LA also means lyrical assassin. I am not from LA. I get that a lot. A lot of people be thinking I'm from LA and shit. Nah, I'm not. I've been in Los Angeles a lot though throughout my life. Done a lot of work out there and shit like that too. But I'm not from Los Angeles. I'm from North Carolina. Born and raised. I live in Atlanta. I've been in Atlanta for the past 15 years. But I've traveled. I've been a lot of places. But I'm not from LA. So LA Truth does not mean Los Angeles. It means la, the in Spanish, and it also means lyrical assassin. Yeah, it can be French too, la. La in Spanish is more the feminine. That's why I got so many women followers. I'm a lover. I do R&B music. I dedicate a lot of my stuff to women. I love women. So la is the feminine version of the in Spanish. So the truth, la truth. For y'all that don't know that. You look like the one promoter dude who got hit on live. I don't know who that is. I ain't never got hit online or off live. So I don't know, bro. I don't know who that was. I don't do violence, man. People keep their hands to themselves when dealing with me. I don't put my hands on nobody and don't nobody put their hands on me. So I don't know who you saw, bro. That wasn't me. What live stream that was, man. Let's pray for that brother. You said the way you sound like that brother got whooped. Are you a truck driver? No, not anymore. I have drove trucks though. Used to be used to. You said he's talking about a hit song? Nah, he said promoter dude who got hit on live. He said a promoter dude who got hit on live. I'm not a promoter dude, but he said somebody who got hit on live. I could be like a promoter though. I have put a lot of people on and businesses on my platforms over the years though, so. But I don't really lead as a promoter, but I can promote. Oh, you said somebody got killed on live. That's crazy. Oh, wow. Alicia, that's the same thing. Like, if you in LA and you feel like you don't know me, that's cool. That's because you think I'm from LA. That's the only reason why a person from LA would say, I'm from LA and I don't know you. That's why they would say it, because they think I'm from LA. You dig what I'm saying? I don't know. I mean, it's crazy. Sometimes you got to spell things out for some of these people, man. Like, I don't know, bro. I be confused sometimes, like, why people don't when I address that I'm not from LA, I would think that an actual person who graduated middle school would know exactly what I mean, especially when I've had this name for 20 years and been approached by so many people from LA thinking I'm from LA. Even when I'm in LA, people are like, oh man, Latruth, I've been following you for years, bro. Where do you live at here, bro? I don't live here, bro. I'm just visiting. Oh, I thought you lived here this whole time. No, I don't live here. More hustle. If you had more hustle, your comment would definitely not be that, bro. See, real recognize real. You got the fake name. Your name is not matching up with who you are, clearly. More hustle, and you got something negative to say about me who has the most hustle, boy, get your goofy ass up out of here, boy. Get your goofy ass up out of here, bro. Get your lame ass out of here, bro. In real life, man, get your lame ass out of here. Not say that shit to my face. You know I'd smack your teeth loose. You would not say that to me, bro. Get out of here, bro. Take a hike, bro. It be so crazy how these dudes be here so tough in their comment. Like, I bet y'all face be balled up too when y'all be typing tough shit in. Y'all be mad as hell typing tough shit, knowing you wouldn't bust a grape in a fruit fight. Knowing in real life, you be like, oh my God, it's you, I love you. Oh, I'm a fan, man. Sit your goofy ass down somewhere, bro. Stop typing too. You making yourself look stupid. You making yourself look dumb to come to my chat and say something low vibrational when you're here and you got 2 people on your page, bro. Get your goofy ass up out of here, bro. Get your lame ass out of here, knowing you get slapped the fuck up, bro. Move on. Move around, nigga. Move around, clown. They don't realize, like, I got that in me for sure. Like, niggas talk crazy. I mean, I beat shit out one of these niggas, man. Like, real talk. Now, women can come in here and pop fly. I let women do all that. Niggas, no. Nigga, you know, nigga. In real life, you know what I would do to you, nigga. Stop. Say he was doing a live in his whip. Oh, yeah, that's crazy, bro. Should have made sure. But I mean, if you got that oral with you, then that's what happens, bro. Sometimes that happens, man. Depends on the situation. You know, you beefing. I ain't beefing with nobody. I ain't got no beef. That type of thing, you know, I stay looking around. My head stay on the swivel. And I can promise you, I stay strapped down to my socks. So, you know, it is what it is. It is what it is, man. Do we got anything else to talk about, bro? Anything else to talk about, ladies, man? Because a lot of y'all upset over my dialogue in this video, bro. Like, and I was just keeping it a buck. It's not cool. Keep them babies' last name, them real daddy's last names, man. The DNA. Whoever has the DNA, once you done named your baby and gave it the person's whose DNA, the name, keep it like that. Don't switch the name to somebody's name that does not share the DNA of the child. Yeah, I feel you on that, Rich, really, but we still would never know the behind the scenes, who chick he might have slept with, who he had an argument before going live. We would never know these things, bro. That's why I said we only get to see what's presented to us on the internet. We have no clue what's happening behind the scenes when things happen, bro. So that's why I be saying a lot of times people give their insight based off one clip. They don't have no clue what was said, what was done before certain incidents happen. And we always got to be mindful of that. Nah, you should never add another person's last name to another kid's name, man. What for? What? Why are you adding another name to a kid's name? Another name of another man who does not share DNA. What is that? It's not a dog tag, people. We got to stop looking at life like it's a dog tag. Like you just go out and make a tag. And we're not dogs. We're human beings. So to take another person's name and attach it to another kid's name and it's not his kid, It's not his DNA. I don't understand where that's coming from. We are human beings. Our DNA is with the person who is our father or our mother. You dig what I'm saying? Not the man who raising him is just raising him. It has nothing to do. His last name has nothing to do with him raising the kid. I just told y'all that before. I've raised children. I would not want them to have my last name because they're not my children. The only way I would want a child to have my last name is if it's my actual child. It has to be my actual DNA. Other than that, I don't want my name attached to a kid that's not my kid. Now, will I raise the kid as my own? Yes. They don't have to have my last name. They don't need my last name for me to be a father to a child that's not my child. Like, again, you love from the heart. The last name shouldn't be a part of it. Like, that's crazy. If it's not your DNA, it's not your DNA. Yeah, it's about your bloodline. That's it. Absolutely. Christina, I can't speak on a person who has 40 million or 4 million on their name doing a GoFundMe. I have no clue. I don't know nobody like that. And if someone has 4 million to their name and they do a GoFundMe, that's their business, man. Maybe they need the money for something. That's what GoFundMe is for. So to anybody who has a GoFundMe, I don't care if you're a billionaire. If you have a GoFundMe, clearly you need that money for something. That would be the only reason for a person to do a GoFundMe. And even if someone said they had, even if you can look it up in Google and it says somebody has $20 million, doesn't mean they really have $20 million. Google be putting up shit based on numbers. Like if you Google my name right now, it'll probably say I'm a millionaire because I have millions of followers. So they equivalent that to money as well. They take your net worth is based off your net worth when it comes to the internet. You can have $0 in your bank account, but if you got millions of followers, they're going to make it seem like you are a millionaire in some type of way online when you Google it. So I can't speak for that person. I don't know who it was, but whoever it was, they probably don't have $4 million in real life. So my nephew, with all of my nephews are adorable, man. All of my nieces are adorable. All of my kids are adorable. Thank you. Thank you for the compliment. Bloodline, baby. That's all it is. It's bloodline. Amira Watson in the building. What's happening? What's happening in? Seen his hair. Yo, man, y'all love my hair? I know my hair gotta look good for it to be the topic of discussion in these comments, man. I appreciate the love. Thanks, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Some people saying I gotta relax them, man. Shout out to my mama, shout out to my daddy, man. Shout out to the bloodline, baby. What's poppin'? Yeah, what about my hair? It's that boy got an S curl. Ain't nothing wrong with an S curl, bro. Nothing wrong with an S curl. S curl get the girls, boy. You better get you an S curl, boy. You'll probably get the girls. They like that good hair. Because I know you ain't got no girlfriends. Hercules Brown, appreciate you, brother. I know you ain't got no girlfriends because you in my chat talking about my hair too much. All right. Blackberry molasses. Why is this thing not charging right now? Hey guys, I gotta get off here, man. I gotta check something. Something is up with my my car is not charging for some reason, man. I'll catch up with y'all later. I've been on here too long anyway. Peace.